Welcome back, everybody. In the kitchen with Lindsay Brooks from Runaway Spoon, and we're real excited about this salad recipe because it uses berries, which today's show is all about berries,
of course,
but also uses something that you're going to hear more and more about. It's called quinoa, and it's just super duper good for you.
Yep, it's called a super grain. Really high in protein, really high in fiber, all the right amino acids that you need, all in one particular grain. Super easy to work with, very stable. You cook it pretty much kind of like you would rice. It's 2 to 1, so 2 parts water or stock, broth to 1 part of the quinoa. Boil it for about a half an hour. It gets soft and tender and it's ready to go. You can serve it warm, cold. You can adapt any flavor that you need to go with it. It's pretty basic as the starch.
And you're going to see more and more like pasta salads made with this instead of pasta. It's gluten-free,
yep.
So that's huge these days. And it's just like Lindsay said, it's just super duper good for you, and you can serve it warm, like you would couscous with grilled chicken, or it really makes nice salads, and it's kid friendly because it really doesn't have, it's kind of the taste that you're going to put with it, right?
Yeah, it'll adapt very well to whatever else is going to go with your salad or with your side dish or what you boil the water with. So
now, do you normally get the water boiling and then add the quinoa?
Yep.
Okay.
So, like, say you put 2 cups of water in there or stock, bring it up to a boil, put the quinoa in, and then you normally put the lid on for 15 minutes. And then turn it off and let it sit for another 15 minutes to steep.
Okay.
And then just fluff it with a fork. Or
just like you would rice.
Yeah.
And you'll normally find it in a box. You'll also sometimes find it in the bulk section, organic section.
Yeah, most grocery stores will have it. You just maybe have to look a little bit more. It's in the organic area, or like you said, the bulk area is typically where it's carried. Rather down the rice and the grain aisle, you won't find it there.
Give it a try. That's your assignment this summer. It really is delicious and fun and easy to find. It used to be a little tougher to find. Used to maybe only see it on restaurant menus, but you can find that real easily and inexpensive at the grocery store. So here it is, already cooked and fluffed. And do you like to cool it a little bit when you use it in a salad?
For this salad, I do. It's either room temperature or just chill it overnight, or maybe it's leftovers from the night before that you can whip together with this salad. But this one, because you don't want the berries and the basil to wilt, I like to have it cooled or chilled.
Okay.
So.
All right. So there's our cooled, chilled, about 1 cup of quinoa.
Yep.
Okay.
Quinoa.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then we've got some almonds here. We've got goat cheese. If you don't like goat cheese, or if you're doing something vegan, you can remove that aspect of it. But I like that creamy little goat cheese with my berries.
I do too. Feta cheese, though, would be another good one.
Another great substitute if that's what you had in your fridge.
Okay.
Cucumbers. I love the little baby ones. You go to the market, you can find them. If it's in the middle of winter and you're kind of looking with a big one, take the seeds out, because the seeds will get a little bitter and a little watery too.
Okay.
So I like the baby ones. Just give them a nice little chop to them.
And you don't have to peel them, which is what I like about it too.
Yes, exactly. And they have so much more flavor to them.
Yeah.
Fresh basil is also one of the key ingredients for the salad. Any herb, tarragon will do really good in here as well. Rosemary is also a nice one, but basil is my favorite with the quinoa and berries, and just kind of something a little bit different. So we're going to chiffonade the basil.
Okay.
And I know that we've done this before, Amy, but what we're going to do is pick off the leaves, and you're going to line all the points of the basil together. So we've got all of our leaves kind of stacked up facing the right direction.
Okay.
We're going to take all those tips, we're going to roll them together, and then just take a nice sharp knife and thinly slice it.
You get these beautiful ribbons that you'll see, sometimes if you go get tomato basil soup at a fancy restaurant, or you get a pasta dish, you've got those gorgeous ribbons of basil, and that's how you do it. It doesn't get any easier.
Basil is a very delicate herb to work with. The leaves will brown and bruise very easily, so you don't want to overwork them. You don't want to re-chop them like you would parsley or cilantro.
Right.
So giving them just kind of the chiffonade, those little strings, kind of locks in those flavors as much as possible for this salad. So,
okay.
All right, Amy, I'm going to have you start mixing the salad together.
You bet.
So once you've got your ingredients prepped out, it's just one big bowl. You're going to throw in the quinoa, and you can throw the nuts in. We'll leave the goat cheese for garnish.
Okay.
We also have those cucumbers chopped up. We've got the basil can go in there. Got some strawberries, and I'm just going to do a little chop on here.
These are just sliced almonds.
Regular almonds. You could toast them if you wanted. The salad's got quite a bit of flavor, so I don't always toast things because I'm sometimes just throwing it together.
Sure, I understand. And this is going to have a lot of nice crunch with the cucumber. I'm a huge fan, and my kids, both, Riley and Iowa, love cucumber, so I think they like this salad. Kids normally like cucumbers, so.
Yeah, and it's something different. It's a great side salad. It travels well for a picnic. It has tons of protein in it, so it really can be a complete meal if it's something that you want to bring for lunch or something like that. It should fill you up and keep you full for the full day too. So.
Nice for a potluck too, where basically, you know, there's no mayo in here, so, and it's going to be something, like you say, something different on that dish to pass. So these are blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, and raspberries that we put in here, and we'll just kind of gently toss them, okay?
And what I'm going to work on is a little bit of the vinaigrette that's going to go with it.
Okay.
So this is just about 1/4 of a cup of olive oil.
Okay.
A couple tablespoons of raspberry preserves. This kind of adds a little bit of the sweetness to it, but you also get a really great raspberry flavor with it. And then, Amy, if you want to zest a lemon in
You
there.
betcha. Now this seedless preserves, though, is that seedless jam?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. I mean, what you have on hand is fine, but seedless is better, of course, for the dressing so that the seeds don't actually interfere with the texture. I'm going to do a pinch of salt and pepper.
And that, it really does need, the quinoa, though, needs some flavor, so that's important to have a nice dressing that, you know.
It does, and for this I just boiled it in water, so you definitely need to bring in some flavor. But like we said, quinoa will adapt to pretty much anything you have around. And then we have to juice that lemon as well, Amy.
And it goes into the dressing?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Some really cracked pepper goes into here and some salt. And pretty much it's going to be everything. We've talked about this in the show before about how important it is to make dressings from scratch.
Yep.
They're so easy
is.
and they've got so much more flavor.
It is.
And they're a lot healthier when you make them from scratch because most of them in the store aren't made with olive oil. It's more of a canola oil.
Yeah, look at the back of those bottle dressings. It looks pretty scary. So we're going to whisk up this dressing and toss this salad together, put a little crumbled goat cheese on top, and we'll put the recipe on our website. Stay with us. We'll be right back.